dying without choice and without dignity. We know, and you know none better, that people are in pain, people are afraid, and people are trapped by a law that must change because it just doesn't work. We will all die curing that compassionate choice for all of us. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Today, MPs will be voting on key amendments to make the bill even better and to reject amendments that are intended to wreck the bill. MPs supported the principles of Kim's bill so decisively back in November, when most of you will have been here then to support her. We want to give them the confidence to support it again. But next week, in particular, which we expect to be the bill's third reading, which is the decisive vote before it moves to the House of Lords. What success looks like today is support for amendments and to reject those amendments that undermine the purpose of the bill. On the first day of report back in May, our majority held strong. In fact, it slightly increased. By the end of today, I hope to see this campaign, this movement, our movement, to have achieved another milestone and be ready to face next week's vote head on. It speaks to the universality of the fundamental nature of how we die that Dignity in Dying's campaign has cut through. It has broken through and it's on its way to achieving choice throughout the British Isles. I believe this country is ready for change, and I believe Parliament will listen today and next week and however long it takes. I believe the bill will pass because something has shifted, something has changed. The public understands, medical opinion has moved, the momentum is with us, and I hope that Parliament is listening. Please echo my call when I say yes to dignity. Please say it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Obviously, it's going to be a big day today for lots of people, a big day again next week. And another fantastic leader that we have in the Dignity in Dying movement is our chair, Paul Blomfield, and I'm really pleased that he's here to speak to you this morning.
Well, thanks very much, and I'm delighted to be here. It's a bit of a role reversal for me to be on the outside of this place lobbying in. Having spent 14 years as a Member of Parliament until I retired last July, but was delighted at that point to take over as chair of this extraordinary people-powered movement. During the time I was in the Commons, I used every opportunity to raise the case for change, and my involvement, like so many of you, was based on personal experience. 14 years ago, my dad took his own life, faced with a terminal diagnosis, but because of the current law, he took the decision alone, he died alone, and he died prematurely, acting while he still had capacity.
There will probably become trigger warnings.
And I know he was just one of
today.
many hundreds every year.
They are talking about death
Who take that desperate
and
beyond that,
assisted
thousands
dying
who
and
can't
stuff
be
like
reached
that today,
back
guys.
out to
So
care.
that this is your
Something that the
trigger
House of Commons
warning
Select
now.
Committee inquiry that I served on confirmed. Thousands who die badly because they have no other option. We have a situation where the current law allows people to voluntarily stop eating and drinking and requires doctors to support them. We have a law which allows people to die badly but won't allow them to die well and have the choice to die well. Those experiences are what drive you to be here, drive me to be here, and drive the massive public support that there is for the law change in every constituency in the country, and that's a message that we have all been involved in trying to reach MPs with. And it's that that's brought us to the brink of law change. I pay tribute to Kim Leadbeater for the way that she has taken up the challenge, and she has led the debate around the bill that she's proposed to Parliament. But we're not there yet. As Sarah said, this is another day. But every time we gather here in Parliament Square, every time the issue is debated in Parliament, we're one step closer. Those who have been resisting change have thrown everything at us. But as we gather, we see progress. We're closer, much closer, to the change that the country wants. So thank you for being here today, and thank you for joining us all in making the case for choice and for compassion for those at the very end of their days. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul. While I've got your attention, I'm going to do the boring bit, but thank you for bearing with me, because it also is an important part of the day. So I'm Sadie, I'm the Campaigns and Communications Manager at Dignity and Dying. Thanks again, I know you've heard it already, you will hear it a lot more this morning, I promise. Thank you so much for coming. I'm really struck by how many familiar faces there are this morning, how many of you have been coming out frosty morning, rainy morning, sunny morning, windy morning for the past decade, some of you, and certainly since the beginning of this bill process. And I'm struck by the number of new faces as well, the number of new faces in the crowd and the number of new faces on the placards that we're seeing. And we're all here to show up for something that for too many of us we really have no choice but to stand up for. We're here again for our loved ones who can't be. And every time we gather, there are these new faces on the placards who are people who have left us wanting choice. And I'm really hopeful that we can provide that we can give that to people through this process. It's time to thank the many, many people who get us to this point, but you all know how much you've done, and I'm so... I hope you're all so proud of everything that you've done. So Sarah gave you a bit of an introduction to what's happening in the chamber this morning, so I won't dwell too much on that, but I do want to let you know a bit of a rough outline of what we're expecting outside of the chamber and what will be going on here over the next few hours. So today, amazing campaigners with personal experience who really take the spotlight this morning, as it should be for the MPs who are inside talking about this issue today. We know that it's people with personal experience who change minds. And so once I have done a few housekeeping bits, I will be handing over to two extraordinary people whose personal experiences have really driven them to amazing lengths for this campaign, for their powerful words at around 9:30. At 10, we'll be hearing from Dr. Sonia Adesara, who's an NHS doctor and campaigner, who has been fighting for choice on many fronts during her career, and she'll be followed by our long-time Dignity and Dying campaigner, Elise, for her words as well. Around 10:45, we'll hear from Dignity and Dying's David Pearce, and then we'll be winding down on Parliament Square around 11. If you would like to, we are also planning something, we're not planning, it's happening. We are doing a placard making workshop at One Birdcage Walk, which is just a few minutes down that street over there. We'll be taking people over at the end of the demo, ahead of the demo next week. So if you are planning on joining us again next week and would like a personal placard that you've made by your own hand, please do join Craftivism. So, just to do the housekeeping stuff, all the Dignity and Dying team are in blue high-vis vests. You can see us dotted around. We are here to help you with anything that you need. We are here to help you get from A to B, and just let us know what you need. We're quite nice, come talk to us, it'll be great. as you've noticed, we have placards and t-shirts and caps. It looks like everyone has equipped themselves very well on that front. But if you haven't got something that you would like, or you have a personalised placard that you haven't found yet, they should all be over under the statue in the corner there where my colleagues are standing. So do go and grab a personalised placard from there if you're expecting one. My speech has abandoned me, so I'm reverting to the hard copy version. So the nearest toilets are in Westminster Tube Station, which many of you will have come from this morning. They should be accessible as well. They aren't always open, so that's something to bear in mind, but hopefully there should be accessible loos in Westminster Station. You're also welcome to use the loos at One Birdcage Walk, which is just down the way there. We have two first aiders with us today. We have Tia and Joe. I don't know if I can see them. Joe is giving us a wave over there. So if we're hoping that everyone can look after themselves and look after each other, but if anything should happen, do give us a shout and we will find Joe for you. In the event of like a proper medical emergency as ever, please do call 999. But hopefully everyone will be staying well and happy this morning. That being said, it is very warm, so please make sure you're drinking water, keeping your caps on, hydrating, all of those things. It's also likely, and you may have noticed already, that there may be a bit of a gathering from people who don't support the change that we're here to support this morning. We absolutely respect everyone's right to have a view on this issue, and I think it's really important that we stick together, that where possible we don't really engage. If people come over and try and talk to you, it's absolutely fine to say, I don't think this is going to be a productive conversation, and move on. I don't think there's anything to be gained from trying to persuade people, because hopefully I don't think they'd be able to persuade you. So I think it's good to treat it both ways. If any situations do develop, give any of us a shout, or if there are any of the security folks around, do feel free to flag them down. Hopefully there won't be anything like that this morning, but just in case. As you can see, there are a fair number of press here, so apologies in advance for yelling at you to get in a clump or disperse from a clump or whatever really quickly. There are obviously people around who might want to talk to you about your involvement in today. If you want to talk to people, that's great. If you don't want to talk to people, that's absolutely fine. If you'd like to talk to a Dignity and Dying person first, please come find us. We're all in the green vests and we'll be able to help you out. So that's kind of it from me this morning. Thanks again so much for everything. I will shortly be introducing a couple more speakers. But for now, enjoy the sun. And thank you so much for coming out this morning. And I'll be back with more shortly. Thank you.
Guys, we'll try and grab more people in a minute for a chat as well. So welcome to Alive, guys. Let me just turn this one off. Now, welcome to Alive. We are outside Parliament, reporting live and direct to you today from outside Parliament. Very soon, this morning, they are going to be going through the second reading of the assisted dying bill, and the third reading is next week. So we will be back here next week to join them for the third reading outside Parliament again. But I think the kind of protests are very important, and at the moment there is no police here, but they are aware that this is going on. There are roughly about 50 here today. So hopefully there'll be no issues.
That's okay.
It's a funny system. And then it's really wild. Grab a couple of
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Just having a nice time. I'm Gareth. I am. Oh no, you've already made me cry.
Yeah, let's go there. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I think what we need to see ourselves as cat lovers. If you want, you can see that as well. Why not? Oh, okay. Yeah, or we can have on the devices like
Well, the thing is, the pop, if the young pop, and I'm talking about
Could you sort of dance?
yeah, I'm coming. No, sorry. I'm getting out of enough time.
Okay. So you start back here. Hit perfect. So, and you'll be speaking down the lens.
Right, okay.
Like that.
We'll start with like your name and then just why you're here.
Okay, right. Okay, my name's Peter Wilson. One of the main reasons why I'm here is because my wife, Beverly, took her own life about 2.5 years ago, having been diagnosed with terminal cancer. So the
Sorry,
message
1
is,
second. Just to stop you there. If you just look directly at
Oh,
me,
sorry.
just so that you're not.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Start
We'll
again.
start again. Yeah,
okay.
that was perfect, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Yeah? Okay. My name's Peter Wilson, and one of the main reasons why I'm here is because my wife, Beverly, took her own life about 2.5 years ago, having been diagnosed with terminal cancer of the esophagus. Some of the messages of the Dignity in Dying campaign are very, very relevant to her case. She died alone. She died before really she needed to. She was died in a very undignified way. I came home to our flat to find her body. I myself was taken into police custody for several hours on the night of the death. I was fingerprinted, photographed, interviewed, had my fingers swabbed for gunshot residue, and was released in the small hours of the morning alone back to the flat at a time when I really needed support and comfort. I was going through a really, really brutal Beverley itself was very active, very full of life, and the death, I think, was a real current. I'm convinced that she could have died a more dignified death, a less risky death, a more comfortable death with my involvement, instead of having to exclude me because of the circumstances. So I hope today we'll make another step forward in getting this legislation on the books so that other people don't have to suffer what Beverley went through, and indeed what I went through on the day of the death.
Thank you so much.
Okay?
Yeah, you've got some really great bits in there.
Really poignant, yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'll take your oh yeah, no. Poignant. I'm running up with a t-shirt and a cap anyway.
I am sorry I'm not really talking, guys. I'm just trying to get shots at that moment for the likes of Tusi and that as well. So try and get the chair stuff on camera. I'll do to me if I'm trying to get some shots of the front. Down for a minute.
they'll do like a books. They'll recommend a Thai book about it's great stuff.
If anyone won me over a bottle of Coke, I'd be grateful. I want to stay here really for the speeches and stuff. Actually, shall we? We finally stabilised the signal has. What's that one who's talking? Please share this live, guys, as well. For me. The signs, guys, are fantastic. It's the wind.
Do you want to hold on to that one? I'll stand in front of you. Okay.
We'll be out next week as well, guys, for next one.
They're not letting me do my speech.
Gareth. Sorry, would you mind? Well gathered, team. Thank you. Would you mind just standing and looking like you're talking for a second? So Tim can take a picture?
Oh yeah, no,
Just don't say what I said.
Didn't hear what you said.
But also, I'm very overdressed for this occasion.
I can't hear the microphone. It's for photos.
This is pretending for the purposes
I wasn't meant to be out loud.
But just in case you wanted to know what I said, well, I'm very, very overdressed, very hot. So thank you for all turning out.
We're looking amazing.
Thank you very much.
Now everyone's good and warmed up.
That was a great warm up.
All right. Sorry, bringing the tone back. I hope everyone's having a good morning so far.
Definitely.
I am really pleased to introduce two campaigners who.
I have quite a few tumours. It started off in my gut, says my designer bag, just to prove it. Moved up to my lungs. I've got about 50 tumours there at the moment. My lymph nodes to my brain, and there's quite a large brain tumour at the moment. About a month ago, I wasn't able to be at the last event, I'm afraid, because I had something called a pulmonary embolism, which is a massive blood clot in my heart, and I was told not even to move to the edge of the bed, let alone get up. So it's been a bit of a journey, but I'm here. And I'm here because, well, I'm dying, and my prognosis doesn't look too good at the moment, so I've been given officially less than a year to live, about 4 months ago. So it's very possible that today is my last 13th of June. And that's because cancer is just, and that is just the reality. Every dying person who's dying now, or who may be dying in the future, would like to see comfort at the end of life, just that little safety net and that bit of reassurance. And I believe that, like with other battles that have been fought, with abortion, with all sorts of things that require private members' bills, that one day assisted dying will just be a fundamental human right that no one even has to think about. What are we fighting for? Stories, harrowing stories, honestly, but that need repeating. Like Gareth is going to, just a few people I've met. It could be a rugby league star, Elise, who's dying of cancer, but is having a really hard time, probably harder than me at the moment. And Sophie, who's in the chamber at the moment, who's allergic to opioids. I'm pretty much being sustained at the moment through regular doses of morphine, but she can't have that. She's in pain, and that's why we're fighting. And it's worth repeating. And I've come late to the party here, but that we're
Keep
making
on
a
sharing
positive
the live,
case,
guys.
and we can't repeat that positive case enough. As tempting as it is, and I've been guilty of this on just taking to Twitter in disgust at some of the arguments that are coming out. But we've just got to be in a place where no one can bring you down for what you say, because we have facts on our sides over fear. And look, the principle of the bill has been decided on by Parliament at second reading, as declared by the Leader of the House, Lucy Powell. People like me shouldn't have to speak anymore. It should be down to doctors and lawyers to say, okay, we've agreed there should be assisted dying. How's it going to work? But unfortunately, politics doesn't work like that, and we just have to keep again and again saying why we need this, because we do need this. Because this isn't just something that would be nice. This is a need for society, and that's why I'm still here, even though it might not necessarily affect me, because we need it. Having assisted dying available to me personally, I might not need it. Around 1% of deaths are assisted in legal jurisdictions, but it would be the greatest comfort as I reach my last few days. I guess I'm there already, just to know that there might be a way to die that isn't inhumane and painful. My sister recently said to me, a dog wouldn't go through this. But humans are being asked to. And we've just got to keep making that case for a safety net, for a law that has been amended and crafted. And I sat through I think about 9 hours of committee stage. I'll never get that time back. It was really, really boring. But I do not regret that at all, because parliamentary process has gone through to make this bill as safe as possible for disabled people. I really resent that there's a disabled lobby, in fact not even an entire lobby, because I'm disabled for various reasons, and I consider this bill completely safe. And what we have to make sure is that disabled people and dying people are not pitted against each other by ideological opponents because they see an opportunity to exploit people who are at their most vulnerable. People say, what about the vulnerable? What about me? I'm vulnerable. Can I tell you what makes you really vulnerable? What makes me really vulnerable is suffering. And I'm not quite there yet. I haven't checked into a hospice, but I've seen a glimpse of how bad things can get. I saw my mother die of the same cancer I have, bowel cancer. I know what's coming. I had emergency surgery to get this here colostomy bag, home with stoma. And my epidural failed. And anyone who's had an epidural will know that completely helps a lot, but if it's not working, it's really not working at all. And so I remember one particular moment, I was in bed, in a hospital bed, and depending on the angle I could put it at, I could choose more back pain or more stomach pain. Those are my two choices in life. And okay, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. But very soon, for me, within months probably, there will be no light at the end of the tunnel. There will be no time when maybe, just maybe, it might get better, where there's hope. And assisted dying is for when all hope, even for the most optimistic people, and I consider myself that kind of person, when all hope is gone, that is what it's for. And there's one phrase that I think has maybe already been used, it's probably not mine, but facts over fear. We have facts, opponents have fears. Always remember that facts are beautiful, because whether or not you believe in them, they're still true. And that's what we've got, all of us. And evidence from over 30 jurisdictions backs that up, that the law, as it's being put through, will be safe, workable and unchanged. There's one bit of language that actually I really want to rail against, and I can't enough, which is assisted suicide. Try telling me that I'm suicidal. I've been suicidal, but I'm definitely not now. About 6 weeks ago, I ran the London Marathon. It wasn't my fastest, it took me about 8 hours, but I got there, just around that corner. And the one thing I had not done was give up. Despite my body failing, being in the middle of chemo, possibly having this blood clot in its early stages, I still got that done because I want to live. Because dying people want to live. And what I find absolutely crazy, borderline ridiculous, is that in order to, for example, take advantage of Dignitas, which incidentally cost about 15 grand to start with, I'd have to go now in order to be sure to be well enough that I've just run a marathon. So I've squeezed every single drop from life, and I'm going to continue to do that, and we're all going to continue to do that. And just because we advocate for assisted dying does not mean that we don't advocate for life. It is about having compassion about at the end of life. So I've got a few months left, and just some questions come to me. How am I going to die? And I'm sure maybe we've all thought about this, being in a CAN brain group, but who really has to think about that before they get to 40? Will palliative care be enough? Not always. And no matter how many people tell you the opposite, it is undeniably true that palliative care doesn't always alleviate people's suffering. I'm worried about that. Would it not be too much to ask to maybe have a system whereby when all hope is gone, maybe there can be some comfort at the end of life? But there's one thing that really gets to me. because we've all got this word on our shirts: dignity. As well as wanting my family not to suffer as much as I am by having to look me in the eye and guess how much I am suffering as my life slips away. I don't want to beg. I don't want to plead to end my life because I'm suffering too much, because everyone around me is suffering too much. And we can avoid that. We can have the chance, any one of us, to die in peace, surrounded by our loving family, if that is at all possible. And for dying people like me, and for everyone here with a personal story, or even if they don't, this bill is not a piece of paper. This bill is not just something that's going through Parliament, just any other bill. This is, I think this is my phrase. I haven't heard anyone else say it. My very death depends on it.
Thank you so much, Nathaniel. Yeah, keep it going for a second. Thank you so much. I know it's not easy to come out and talk so honestly about what's happening day after day, but it means so much to everyone gathered here that you do and that you can continue to. Thank you. I'm very pleased to introduce now Gareth Ward, who is so lovely I lent him my clipboard, and who will be speaking to you now.
Thank you. I'm going to start by saying I'm not quite a natural public speaker as Nat, so please forgive me for relying more heavily on my notes. But with that in mind, while working from home on a Thursday afternoon in June 2021, with my kids playing noisily downstairs, my phone rang. I picked it up, glancing at the screen to see who it was, and saw it was my father. Expecting the usual update about his day, which normally involved his eating, pain management and toilet troubles, I answered. That's what our calls have become. Status updates on coping with the immense pain and discomfort he was in. Despite this, we always tried to remain upbeat, making jokes about things that would horrify outsiders to inject some sort of light into what had become an awful phase of his journey. "Hey Dad, how's it going?" I said, still focused on the email I was trying to write. "Okay," he said, "but I can't have another night like last night. I'm going to shoot myself now, so I'll see you." Before I could even look away from that email, we disconnected the call. I immediately called back, not knowing what to say or do, and to my surprise he answered. "Dad," I called out, but there was no response, and within a few seconds the line went dead. I called back again, and again he answered, "Dad," but then I'm sure I heard a loud metallic click, and I knew what it was, so I hung up. I didn't want to hear the bang. My dad was a simple man who didn't want much from life. After losing my mum in 2021, his world shrank, but he carried on. He enjoyed regular walks with his dog, often in the solitude of an old deserted fort on the banks of the River Thames, just outside his hometown. He had an active social life, playing cards or arguing with his friends in his local pub. Having played rugby to a high standard in the army, followed by a career as a builder, my dad was a fit, strong and capable man who wasn't easily intimidated. So when he was diagnosed with inoperable prostate cancer in 2006, it was with grim determination that he looked at me and told me that he'd kill himself before cancer did. The initial treatment was hormone therapy, which was highly effective in stopping his cancer spread. For many years, he lived as he did before. Sadly though, hormone therapy doesn't work forever. Over time, it became less effective, allowing the cancer to spread to his bones. At this point, he had his first round of chemotherapy. He was initially wary, having heard stories about the side effects, but after a few treatments though, he was pleased to tell us that the effects were bearable and he was happy to continue. Worse. The relief didn't last long though. Sadly, the chemotherapy was completely ineffective and the cancer spread further still around his body. We weren't sure what just before he was due to come and stay with me and my family for the holidays, he slipped while walking his dog at that desolate fort I mentioned, breaking his leg. He had to drag himself through the mud for over an hour until he was found by another dog walker who got him help. That marked a few years, the cancer spread throughout his body. He really was riddled with cancer. He'd been fiercely independent, but his mobility decreased and the pain increased. That independence was being taken from him. Like the trooper he was though, he kept and his own in Kent. We drove him back to his home the following day, and the hospice appointment was made for the following Friday. We were all relieved that he was finally willing to accept help. He wasn't though. It was just his way of telling us that he'd had enough. After his call, I dialed 999 and explained what was happening, and the cheerful operator told me not to worry. My dad had already called them and the unit was on the way. They'd sort it all out. I knew what they were going to find though. I called my sisters to tell them, and sadly, they beat the emergency services to my dad's home. One of my sisters thought she might be able to talk my dad round, so she let herself in, calling his name as she moved from the front to the back of the house. When she reached the patio doors that led to his garden, she saw him, sitting up in a garden chair, sawn-off shotgun in his lap, having used it to take his own life. She's only recently stopped counselling for the PTSD this image caused, but she'll never be able to forget it. As bruised as it sounds, I can honestly understand why he did what he did. He hadn't been living with cancer, he'd been dying of it. I can't blame him for not wanting to spend what little time he had left in agony. If assisted dying was an option, there's no doubt in my mind he would have taken it. He could have talked to us about his wishes, we could have had a chance to come to terms with his decision and supported him through to the end. It wasn't an option though. My father wasn't suicidal. He'd had the gun throughout his illness and could have used it at any point. He didn't know. He wanted to live as full a life as possible for as long as possible, and only resorted to such drastic and final action when the pain became unimaginable. Our loved ones shouldn't have to suffer past the point that palliative care is no longer enough. They shouldn't have to take their lives unsafely and in secret. Family members shouldn't have to witness the horrors of what people like my father feel they had no other option but to do. That's why I'm calling on MPs to support the will of the vast majority of the UK and back the terminally ill Adults End of Life Bill. Please vote for this reform and allow some of the most vulnerable people in our society an option, if they choose, to end their own suffering on their terms, with dignity, surrounded by loved ones, rather than having to do so sitting on an old sun-bleached chair in their back garden. Our society deserves better than that. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Gareth. All right, we'll have a little bit of a breather now. Give each other a bit of a hug. It looks like there are some people that need some hugs. And we'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes.
There were some good speeches there, guys. Now you know why the assisted dying bill passed. The two speeches that we just heard were very, very moving. And they were also heartbreaking. So I got no words about it, guys. I just so yeah. We'll probably put one over to the shop. run over the roads. Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, we can't get a cocktail for fast food and then I just love when you down when I want to live.
You don't want assisted drive, fine. So don't step on it.
Sorry.
No, God tells you. Where's God?
Alright, see you later. Beyond that, I don't want to take any concepts. I don't want to change. Jesus Christ.
And try and get their food as well, why they don't want it, etc. Like recently went over and get stuff as well, I'm so hungry. My dad dropped me up to the station this morning, so. Well, we're at a shouty one tonight, guys. We're back at Palestine tonight. So I'm going to quickly do a bit of Palestine protest tonight. A couple of them tonight. We're just popping some drinks, guys. I need a drink and a donut or something. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, is I will be not doing a proper video on this. I'm just going to upload the speeches unknown, and a couple of little bits unknown on this one. I've got proper footage of them. I haven't got proper footage of one of them. I'm hoping the live is clear. The cancer one. The guy basically talking about his journey throughout cancer and stuff like that. So, but I got a live will save hopefully, and then we'll be able to use that footage. So for tonight, I had advice on how to handle it tonight. So tonight, I have got my bail letter. I will be talking to the PLOs beforehand. I've shown them the bail letter, showing them I've got no bail conditions, and I will be taking it from there. There are about 4 or 5 of us filming tonight. So I should be okay. This tonight, ready for next weekend. But if tonight doesn't really work out, I will just do the counter next weekend. So we will take it as it comes tonight, and then we will see what actually happens. I've got a headache, so this is because I'm not drinking enough. The food as well. Might get a kid some crumble. So guys, let me just wait for a minute. I will be. Simon is making the net. It'll be an interesting one though tonight, guys, and you know it's fine. Tonight when outside Tottenham Yard, they're not too bad, but they do have issues with me filming them. Lewis and Roy, I think, is coming out with me tonight.
I'll be down to go.
But I already kind of know what the Palestine protesters will try and do tonight. Yeah, oh, too fast.
But how I
There are other options.
I'll go back over the speeches now, guys.
Morning, everyone. Straight inside.
So we are at a pivotal time in our politics and reproductive justice. So over the next week, our politicians will be given the chance to vote on assisted dying and the decriminalisation of abortion. So my name is and I guess one of the experiences that led me to become a doctor actually was when I was 16, I volunteered in my local hospice. And it made me want to become a doctor, so I decided I wanted to be in a job where I can care for people, where I can do my bit to alleviate their suffering and to support people to live with dignity. And then I guess as I progressed through to do this was being curtailed by factors outside of my control. And I guess that's why I became a campaigner. So with abortion care, many of you may not realise that abortion remains in criminal law in this country. And that impacts my ability as a clinician to support women in the most difficult of circumstances. And it's also resulted in many women in recent years being investigated and prosecuted for choosing to end their pregnancies. So we've been campaigning for the decriminalisation of abortion because I believe that when women is considering to end her pregnancy, my role as a clinician is to support her to make the best decision for her. And whatever her choice, whatever my personal feelings on that choice, I need to show her compassion and care. And that choice should be treated with respect and dignity. She should not be stigmatised, she should not be criminalised, she should not be made to feel ashamed for that choice, and she should not be forced to do it in secrecy. Now, it is for these exact same principles that I support assisted dying, because I believe in the right to choose, and I believe that choice should be treated with respect and dignity. Now, we've been campaigning for abortion to be decriminalised in the UK and abroad, and for abortion to be safe and legal and free. And that's not because I like abortions, it's not because it's something that I want anyone to experience, but it's because I know it happens. It always has happened, it always will happen. And I know that when you try to criminalise or try to restrict women from accessing abortions, you don't stop them from having compassionate care. And I've realised actually from speaking to people today and over the past few weeks, it's the exact same for assisted dying. And that I've met people whose loved ones, because of the status quo, have been forced into situations where to take the matter into their own hands in often lonely and brutal and in sometimes dangerous circumstances, and I find that utterly heartbreaking. So my message to politicians today on both these issues, on reproductive choice, on end-of-life justice, it may be easy to not rock the boat, to maintain the status quo. But I think maintaining the status quo is an active choice, and it's an active choice to allow prolonged suffering. It's an active choice to force people into lonely and dark situations. And it's an active choice to take away someone else's control and someone else's day on reproductive choice and on end-of-life justice, I urge them to show courage, and I urge them to vote for compassion, to vote for care, to vote for choice, and to vote for dignity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonia. I'm really pleased now to introduce another fantastic Dignity in Dying campaigner who has been working with us for quite some time now. And I will let her speak for herself, but her name is Elise Burns, and here she is right now. Hi everyone, can you hear me? Likewise, I need notes. Cancer brain is a thing. I'm Elise. I got secondary cancer of the lungs, liver and bones. Or to put it bluntly, I'm dying. I know I don't look like I'm dying. I don't fit the narrative of the dying woman, whatever that is, the traditional narrative. I don't fit that, but here we are. I was diagnosed exactly 1 year ago this week. And whilst my medical team are very, very reluctant to give me a number, I've been told that people with similar conditions to me can expect to live for around 2 years. So I'll let you do the math. I'm not telling you this to garner pity. Believe me, and some of you know this, I am very much living my very best end of life. I am surrounded by the most beautiful family and friends, and I'm immersing myself in art and culture and having as much fun as humanly possible. I try to find the joy every single day. But some days that's harder than others, as you can imagine. Not least because I know that one of these days, in the very not too distant future, my cancer meds will stop working and my body will start to deteriorate. And the pain, which already is pretty high, will become intolerable and unbearable. This bill is urgent. It is 100 years in the making, and it cannot come soon enough. And much as I'd love to be a medical miracle and to defy the odds, even if it does pass, when it passes, it will probably come too late for me. But I'm standing here asking MPs to vote in favour in the hope that it will save the unnecessary pain and suffering for many hundreds, if not thousands, of people just like me and their families. I've witnessed terminal illness close up. I've seen a long, painful, drawn-out death. It was deeply, deeply traumatic. I still have nightmares about it. I can still smell and taste it. I do not want that for me. I don't want that for anyone. I want a good death. Since becoming part of this campaign, I've heard the most harrowing end-of-life experiences from people I now consider my friends. People like Gareth, who you heard earlier, and the utterly tragic story of his father Norman. Every single story breaks my heart all over again, not least because there could have been another way. And that's why this vote is so important. It's a vote for another way, a more progressive, compassionate way, and a vote for choice. I plan on going to Switzerland to end my life. That is my choice. It's not an ideal situation, and anyone that accompanies me could be liable to investigation and or prosecution. I've met people on this journey, some of you are here, that still live in fear of the knock at the door, that have taken a loved one to Switzerland and still fear that knock on the door. The current law is not fit for purpose, and it serves nobody. It's barbaric and totally out of step with public opinion. And the law is not going to stop me. I will end my life at the time that I know is right for me. I know my body better than anyone. And that's the thing. Voting against this bill isn't going to stop people with terminal illness ending their lives. Not if they really need to or want to. But voting for this bill will give them the safe means to do so and legal protections.
I didn't have political campaigner on my bingo card. I'm just an ordinary woman finding herself in this extraordinary situation. But I will campaign for this until my last breath. And yes, I do appreciate the irony of that statement. I don't want to die, of course I don't. I'm literally having the best time of my life right now, truly. There's something about terminal illness that makes you really, really live life to the full. But I do have to face reality. I've had a pretty good life and I want a good death. I deserve a good death. And I would challenge any MP that votes against next week to look me in the eye and tell me why I don't deserve that. Why don't I deserve to die in dignity? I've lived well. All I'm asking now is to die well. I urge MPs to vote for this bill next week, to vote for compassion, to vote for progression, and to vote for choice. Yes to dignity. Can I just say thanks to all of the Dignity in Dying team, and thank you to Kim, and thank you to everyone. Cheers. And thanks Elise.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I think, as you were, I will summon you back in a little bit. Yeah. Crack on. Give us a shout if you need anything.
And the counter has been but not as bad as others that we have seen. But yeah. So yeah, basically. Now get up. Now go to the counter. Do a film outside. We'll try and find out. Like next week, guys, as well. We'll be outside here with them next week as the final vote takes place inside that building, inside the chambers, and we will but this is the counter, guys. I just seen that somebody know how many they're here and that I'm kind of counting at the same time. my donut and I'll give you the
That's it, I'll draw up that. Yeah, it's...
Thank you.
The people who are against the bill.
I'm on no side. I'm on no side. I'm independent. Yeah, I'm independent.
We are.
So I'm independent journalist, so I just cover both sides, everything in London. I'm out all day, so yeah. And I'll be getting tomorrow. I think that's Sunday. Okay. Alright then. Guys, how is the signal now, please?
Kill the bill, not the ill. Kill the bill, not the ill. Not the ill.
Kill the bill!
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 Not the ill! Not the ill!
Here we go, Chelsea time.
So we need to look at what they're doing, and what has been happening, find out what's not. It frightens people necessarily. What you're not talking about is I think that's what scared my brain. And that's not. It would not
My phone is kind of overheating, guys. I might have to heat today is ridiculous. So let me send a quick message, guys, sorry.
Sorry.
Right, guys, I'm pretty voice note somebody. The speech is starting back up again. Guys, what I want to do is I want to not do in a video and then just get that out. Really. Nothing really to really post about it, and there's not much chanting and stuff. So I haven't been having body cam rolling all times either for this one.
I just don't think it has to be the way it's being painted. It frightens us. I don't think it has to be like that. One can make bad laws and one's careless. There's no need for us to be careless. There's no intelligent. And our doctors are well trained, and they should be able to make successes. If they can't, they shouldn't be doctors. And that is a whole separate issue.
We will be out hopefully tomorrow, guys, in the morning, filming a bit of trooping as well. I'm just gonna have a chat with this MP as well. This is a Labour one. For the speech, so the speech is going back up now. Somebody. We also got trooping tomorrow, and I'm also filming for something else tomorrow as well with actual coverage, hopefully. So I urge you all to join our members only section on YouTube, because there's a short documentary, shall I say, coming out within 3-4 weeks on. I'll go into more details about that in a little bit with you. I'll grab that MP. The counter protest is now growing as well, guys.
In the office. Alright, I'll see you guys.
I'm not. Yeah, guys, if people can donate to buy me a coffee, the documentaries will not be cheap to make. I'll probably have to buy actual coverage a pint tomorrow evening, so.
I went to put a sticker on my pocket tent, and I looked up and everybody had gone, the whole place and everything. Where to go? Well, they went inside. Where am I? I'm not sure.
Hiya, can I quickly do a quick interview with you on CP Reports on YouTube? It's for my YouTube channel, CP Reports, and also for 2CTV.
Yes.
And we just get this one on 1 second. But this one live, I just need to get this one on. Can you, when I give you a thumbs up, can you just tell us if you're for or against the bill and why either side you are?
All in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Go on.
My name's Dr. Philip Howard and I'm against the bill for one simple reason. In the Hippocratic tradition, it states quite clearly that I will give no deadly drug to anyone, nor will I counsel such. And the whole purpose of this bill is to provide lethal medication to patients who are coming towards the end of their lives. This is a principle that we have had for 2 but I do not believe that it will succeed. And I'm sure that even if it does, it will succeed. The medical and nursing professionals in this country will not take it forward.
Thank you. Based on my YouTube channel, CP Reports. And I will also send it to 2CTV, but it's down to him if he posts it or not. But it will be out on CP Reports tonight or tomorrow morning.
CP stands for?
My name, so yeah. Yeah, so basically I first send letter of my name, on YouTube basically. It was just type in CP Reports and it'll be out either tonight or tomorrow. Alright then, thank you. Was that alright, guys? I got a pop-up video so I can. Yes?
What's that chap there? He's here a lot. Is he an MP or something?
He's an MP against the bill.
Against it, right, great.
I just have to try and get both sides. That's all it is.
No, quite.
Alright. Was that alright, guys? I got on the body cam as well, so I probably use the body cam more for the videos and the interview wise. I might not say I was just going to say that because Juicy is a bigger channel, and I do bits for him as well. I need to get a proper microphone, I think, Lisa, for these interviews. I might walk up and try and buy a proper microphone today. A Rode mic from DJI. I got a bit of money I got given yesterday. So I might go and get a proper mic set up today. As well. So yeah, signal around here is dreadful. That one is. Yeah. Well, I don't know if the microphone is on my wish list actually. I can't remember. Hang on, my laptop on me if you add it. Either. If you go up, let's see, can we get a couple more interviews? A couple more MPs here. That'd be a good one. I think I can't open my corner to my wish list. Lisa, I can't add it when I'm on my phone, unfortunately. Quite a headache, guys. I will go and pub after this, guys. I'm sorry about that. And we'll go to DJI and get a mic. Yeah, I got caught well in the heat, I don't. I'm still hoodied up as well and hit my hoodie off. Yeah, I need a mic really if you drown out the background noise. Yeah, I always do it. I always do in pole tests. Yeah, I always do in pole tests. I know, I'm mad. I'll have a look after this, Lisa. I haven't got time at the moment. I'm basically walking out here. I'll have a look at once I'm finished. I'm going to go to DJI and probably get them anyway today. But they got the ones I want, so. Yeah, I always have a hoodie on. It's a good turnout though. We will be back out with them next week, guys, as well. So don't worry. Okay, I'll have a look in a minute. Amazon would be better, but what I would probably do is I'll probably go up to DJI and get one anyway. So I'll probably end up after this. I've got time to kill today for the next pole test. It's until 4, 6. I knew that. It's going to be mental in London tomorrow. 1. Thank you so much, Lynn. You're amazing. Literally, you don't need to be doing that at all. I am going to be handing over the first. Fuck, I've got my key. That's my house, it's fine.
Not the hill!
Right, I need them done.
Hill the mill! Hill the mill! It's our life, our choice. Our life, our choice.
Cars coming.
We are not dead yet. 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 We are not dead yet.
I need to send a message.
We are not dead yet.
Right, guys, I'm muting you for 1 minute. I just need to send a message to somebody. Hi, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I just had to send somebody a message. Right.
You know you're right.
No choice. Give us a choice. Give us a choice.
Do you know what you're doing to disabled people by doing that? So, well,
Right, get off the road in case you get hit, please. Guys, can you stay off the road, please? Yeah, can you just stay off the road? Like I need you to get hit.
Kill the bill, not the ill. Kill the bill, not the ill. Kill the bill. Kill the bill. Kill the bill, not the ill. Kill the bill, not the ill. Kill the bill, not the ill. Kill the bill.
I know, yeah, I'm trying, sorry.
I'm still dead!
Give us choice.
My life, my choice.
Guys, by the cross! Cross!
Ready? We can go up and over. Up and over. Everybody.
I don't have to get speeches at the minute.
Excuse me. I want to make.
Can we not pushing? Can we stop pushing people?
There is. What are you doing? There is. My friend is coming through. Do you mind? There. Yeah, it's there. We are not dead yet. We are not dead yet. We are not dead yet. 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 We are not dead yet. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. We are not dead yet. Suicide is. We are not.
Can we please stay in the pavement?
Can we lose an answer? Right to live! Right to die! Right to live! Right to live! Right to die! Right to live! Right to die! Right to live! Not 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 right to die! Right to live! Right to live! Kill the bell!
Do not put out on the road.
Kill the bell! Kill the bill! Pro-choice! Kill the bill! Pro-choice!
And they should.
Kill the bill! 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 Not the ill! Kill the bill! Not the ill! Kill the bill! Not the ill! are not dead yet. We 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 are dead yet. We are dead yet. We are dead yet. We are not dead yet. We are dead yet. We are dead yet. We are dead yet. We are not 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 dead yet. Not dead yet. Assist not dead yet. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Not to die. Not to die.
Please just be careful of cars, guys, Legos on the road.
Not to die. Not to die. Not to die. Not to die. What choice me? Not to die. Not to die. Not to die. Not to die. Doctors can do what they like already, and it's already not okay. Not to die. Right to live. Not to die.
Sorry, message me up.
Right to live. Not to die. Right to live. Not to die. Right to live. In an ideal world, right, I would say.
I'm not going up there.
It's not an ideal world, is it? Corrupt, unaccountable, and just already like damaging people, and you can't hold anyone accountable. The duty of candour and the 2014 Care Act is unenforceable, even though it's supposed to be a law. GDPR, supposed to be a law, unenforceable. DHSO, they have no powers, they can only write letters of recommendation, if they could even be bothered to do that. You know? You're already messing people up. Parliament, we have a message for you. We are not dead yet. 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 We are. We are not dead yet. Not dead yet. We are 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 not dead yet. Not dead yet. We are. We are.
Be careful on that road. I think it's time to get a hoodie up. I think I can do this now one-handed. No, I'll be alright. Yeah, I can do one-handed. Yeah.
Are you well practiced?
I don't know why I bought this hoodie today. I'm out all day, so it'll be colder tonight. I'll be alright, literally. I'm used to it. I'm literally, this is my job. Like, No, they don't. I managed to keep them on all the time. But yeah, there are about 100 of them now, isn't there? Yeah. I just come to the school. I'm no side. I'm independent. I just come, film, go. YouTube. So you look on CP Reports. That is my channel on YouTube. CP Report. CP is my initials, basically. So yeah. I go to all the Palace ones. I cover everything. I have to. End of the day, this is money to me.
So you get advertising on your YouTube?
Yeah, so I get paid by YouTube for doing it. I have recently been, like this week now, for in a couple of weeks' time, I've been invited up to YouTube, have a chat with them. So yeah. I love my job though. I love it. Like, I hate it when it's winter. It's my bag. Well, you might have police presence on the way. You might get police arrive with the payment being blocked pretty much fully. As long as people stay off the road, I can then feed back to my contact in the police liaison team in Bell type thing. I've got contact in the police liaison team who I know really well. As long as this to get people through and stuff like that, they won't come out. I know what they're thinking in an office. I think they might come out though, because
I'm trying to keep my legs in the shade.
I don't blame you. Sorry guys, didn't mean to put that me on it then.
So did you interview Philip Howard? So you're talking to him?
Yeah.
He is interesting, isn't he? Do you know him?
Yeah, I tried to get as much interviews in as I can. Has he?
Yeah.
Fantastic. My boss is you.
So you don't think they got moved out? They always turned down the left early.
I think we had more last time when we first go to amendments. I think
and also,
this is quite a small scale.
They're supposed to have happening today, as in
happening next week.
So are we all coming back next week?
Yeah.
We are.
More of us will come back next week.
Yeah.
I think next week is going to be a bigger one.
Yeah.
Next one will be a bigger one.
Thank you. Yes, cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
Mind the cars. Can we try and stay on the payment, please, just so you don't get hit?
Freedom of choice.
I know, but just so you don't get hit. Please. Oh, I'm trying to keep people on the payment. It's alright, don't worry.
Assist us to live, not to die. 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 Not to die. Assist us to live, not to live, not to die. Parliament, we have a message for you. We are not. We have a message for you, Parliament. We are not.
Lisa, I just saw that link. Thank you.
We are not dead yet. We are. We are not dead yet. We are. We are not dead yet. 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 We are not dead.
It's alright,
We
no.
are not dead yet. We 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 are not dead yet.
Assist us to live.
Not to die.
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 Hey, excuse me. He's trying to get pictures.
Assist us to live.
Not to die.
Assist us to live.
Not to die.
Assist us to live. Not to die. Assist us to live. Not to die.
Assist us to live.
Not to die.
Not to die.
Assist us to live.
Not to die.
Assist us to live. Not to die.
Guy, am I outside sending everybody out? He has a message about.
It gets the message across to us.
Right, guys, I might go in a minute. My phone's overheating. I also need to go up to the phone, the DJI store as well. I'll come back do an hour to go for this show. Yeah, guys, I'll probably end this now and head off because it's getting too hot. I need to go talk to the shop as well. Got enough footage. So yeah, so guys, I'm gonna end it. Thank you for watching on the live and the main video. As always, thank you for watching. Keep safe, respect, and I'll see you in the next one. That will be tonight, guys.